It's very possible that things come from nothing, because it costs nothing to make an entire universe. When we say there might be another universe out there where things are very similar to in our universe, it's just that elsewhere in the universe is trying everything, trying a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and if it keeps trying infinitely many times, eventually it will hit on reproductions of us. I'm Sean Carroll. I'm a theoretical physicist here at my office at the California Institute of Technology. We're in Pasadena, California, just outside Los Angeles. And because I'm a theoretical physicist, that means I don't have a lab. I don't have equipment. I don't blow things up regularly. Basically, it's me, pieces of paper, a pencil, and some equations. All the actions going on inside my head. The fun thing about what I do for a living is that the biggest questions that we have are still open questions that we can ask and make progress. So I want to know how time works, what time is, and especially why does it work the precise way that it does? Why is the past different from the future? Why does time seem to flow? How does it fit in with the other laws of nature that we know about? Well, one way that you could imagine building a time machine says, first create a wormhole connecting different regions of space. So what you mean is, again, if space can be warped, then you can imagine there are shortcuts through space. So there's basically a tunnel in space where you can dive in here, and then you can appear light years away instantaneously. Okay, so you can appear at some other star or something like that. There's a little tunnel that connects you with the property that the distance in this tunnel is a few meters, even though the distance in the ordinary way of going is many, many light years. So if you can imagine a wormhole connecting different parts of space, you can also imagine a wormhole connecting different moments in time. And in general relativity, the answer is clear. There was a boundary. There was a first moment, the Big Bang. It's a singularity. It's the edge. There's nothing beyond that. But we don't think general relativity is the final answer. We don't think it's the complete theory of gravity because it doesn't incorporate quantum mechanics. Was the Big Bang the first moment, or was it just a phase the universe went through? Was there some dramatic event in a pre-existing universe that gave rise to what we call the Big Bang? No, you can't see beyond the Big Bang. So you're using your brain power, you're trying to extrapolate beyond there, but right now we just don't know what the right answer is. Imagine that there was an empty universe. Imagine there was space and time, but there was no stuff in it. It was just quiet. It was just sitting there. Because of quantum mechanics, the universe doesn't really just sit there forever. There are fluctuations, right? I was about 10 years old when I started thinking about really exactly what I'm thinking about right now. When I was did not come from a wealthy family, went to a public school, needed to go to whatever university would offer me a scholarship, so I couldn't go to Harvard or Princeton or whatever. I went to a local college, then, tried to get into graduate schools, and some graduate schools wouldn't let me in, and I eventually got a fellowship, so I had my own money so I could get there, and I bounced around. But the nice thing is that ultimately you're based on what you do. What papers have you written? What ideas have you had? And people who really make important contributions are eventually recognized. Most people make little contributions, and you hope that your little contributions add up to something big. Together, we make progress. Might think that there's a fundamental rule of nature that says once the coffee and cream are mixed, they can't be unmixed. That's not true. It turns out that at the microscopic level, at the level of different particles, atoms bumping into each other, everything is completely reversible. Anything that happens in one direction of time can happen in the other direction. There's no fundamental direction of time at the microscopic level. The reason why when you mix your cream into your coffee, you can't unmix it, is because it started, when it was separate, the cream and the coffee, in a very special state, what we call low entropy, organized. It evolves when you mix the cream and the coffee into a high entropy state, disorganized, disorderly, chaotic. Why is that true? Because of the Big Bang. Early universe, 14 billion years ago, started out very low entropy, very, very organized. It's not there in the laws of physics. It's in our local environment, the Big Bang. The Big Bang was low entropy. Because the Big Bang was a very special, delicately arranged state, that's the single reason why there's a difference between the past and the future. So far, Einstein is having the last laugh, but we're all trying because it's a high-risk, high-reward kind of game. If you can come up with a theory that fits the data better than Einstein's, then your name will be remembered for a long, long time.